Welcome to another brand new episode of Live Forex Trading with your host, Peeling Mindset. Welcome to another episode. We are here. This is Wednesday, the 20th of April. 20th of April. Trying to set up my magic keys. I'm gonna set up, mate. All right. So we're here. We are live. We are living in a cracking living. All right, so we're gonna break down a pound, yen, and gold's chart for today. So this is Wednesday, 20th of April. Looks like today is pretty clear, except for after 30 minutes. 30 minutes after market open, New York market open, we have CAT CPI. I mean, that could bring some volume in the market. It's a red folder news, and yeah, we might see some side effect in gold, but I don't see anything with pound, and I don't see anything with USD, so we are all clear. 30 minutes after the NYSE, there is existing home sales. It's report about existing home sales. We're gonna check in the past 24 to 48 hours if there's anything interesting from any banks. I'm gonna keep an eye open. All right, so past 20 hours, do I see anything? Mark, I don't see anything here. La la la. All right, so USD, talking about USD 9, sort of a level or a pound. Bank of Japan's some sort of news, and cabinet secretary. Now it's been back-to-back news from Bank of Japan lately. The Bank of Japan to conduct unlimited fixed rate purchase operation for GGBs. Okay. Da, da, da. At the early market is showing some strength. Passing retracement everywhere. So Japan Cabinet Secretary closely watching FX moves with sense of urgency. Yep, because it's been just deflating lately. Oh, and Japan favors Japan favors weak currencies. It does like that. Japan Deputy Chief Cabinet Secretary closely watching. Uh, pull the rug. More than likely, more than likely. So we are in about an hour and 4 minutes away from market open, as we can. So Japan is obviously going to intercept in weak movement in sort of a weak times, obviously, because it's not a sustainable move. For going to look closely now, except for that, on a monthly point of view, pound yen seems pretty bullish. There's a clear target on the upside. On a weekly point of view, I think weekly candle is retracing, but there's still a target on the upside. I think the ultimate target is 172.950. It might retrace and do some pullback before pushing up, but 172 is target. And going on to daily time frame, let me see if I can see the liquidity feed on the left hand side. I do here. So what I can see is the target is pretty much clear till 174 on a daily point of view. I would be conservative and I'll stick with 172 at the first. I would love to see some sort of support on a daily point of view. That means maybe this candle can close bearish and even retrace a little bit lower. And then the next candle making support could actually allow us to push even higher. I want to see how the week is planned. Is there any pound news? Friday, we got Bailey speaking. Okay. The Fed Power speaking in the early in Aussie time. This is actually interesting. Okay, so probably by the end of this month, we might see some pound yen correction. There's Bank of Japan's outlook report. a lot of people are gonna keep eyes open to. May is gonna be May. May. I'm looking. April so far has been all right. Now, any news recently? Any news? Yep. I mean, it's fine. Market, obviously, Tokyo market closed right now. We are in solo London and pre New York atmosphere, I would say. Now, on a daily point of view, as I was saying, daily candles retracing, rejecting this 168,500 sort of a vicinity pretty hard. And on a 4 hour, what I can see is we are breaking support. We are rejecting 166,485. Now, 166,485 level is actually a low time support area. So this right here on an hourly, especially, we can see that this is a vicinity where we rejected from pretty hard and we started pushing up. Now we are around the same area and bouncing off the support on an hourly right around here. So we want to see how price is going to react around this level. We want to keep our eyes open. Now, this 2-hour candle is about to close in the next 40 seconds. So the real question we're going to ask this 2-hour candle is it going to close below 167 flat? Or is it going to retrace and close above? If it's going to close below, there are chances that the next candle can continue all the way down. We might see some retracement first. Now, I want to see candles start below 166 or 85. I think a better area to take sales from is here. But now what I can also see is I have to adjust the levels. This is the most recent support area that we broke on a 30-minute time frame. Now let's just erase this right here. If this is the most recent support that we broke, are very close to this support area. This is the 30-minute support. 165. Oh, I got a call. 166,825. So let's just here. And you're actually around the support area. This 30-minute support area, as we talked about. And this is the same area where we rejected last time. If we are pushing down, I would want to see this current 2-hour candle retrace up a little bit, even reject 167, 150. That's possible, and start pushing down later. So I think if there's enough volume and if Japanese yen is gaining strength somehow in the market, we might start retracing, pulling back in the channel. We have a channel here, roughly drawn channel. I want to see prices coming back in the channel if possible. That's how pound yen's finally going to move. We are seeing bearish action from the top. I mean, a lot of engulfing action. Now, we'd love to see candles pull up a little bit, grab New York liquidity on the top, find enough sellers on the top, and we might just. I am patiently waiting here. Coming in. I mean, potential retest area is one. Let's see, how much of a range is it from 166? It's in about 32 pips range on the downside. So if you are pushing down on a 30-minute perspective, I will wait. You're getting closer to market open, so it's only making this nice sales. Let's adjust the market. Then okay, by sales stay. Oh, 150. 20. That's the bias for all right, so this position. Patiently gonna wait for at least 15-minute candle to close below. So or at least 10-minute candle. All right, so we're gonna do. I think this is a better idea. 15-minute candle to close below. Let's go into 15-minute time frame and see what's happening. On 15-minute time frame, it's actually the 15 minutes seems more bearish, right? More bearish, and this is the daily low. And there is a very high chance that the daily low can be tested, right? There's a 30 pips range all the way down till the wick, and there is a target on a 15-minute point of view. Now we broke this support as we've seen before. Now the bias is definitely sell for me as long as the price stays below 167.1. That means I'm willing to let the market retrace and then reject this 167.150 level, which only make more sense when we go to 15-minute time frame, because that's the most latest support area that we broke. Yeah, right? And there could be a potential rejection, potential retest around this area before we push down. So patiently waiting on a 30-minute. There's a clear resistance. Oh, just waiting. On gold, let's see what's happening on gold here. Gold daily point of view. Now, this right here, my bias yesterday on gold was anticipating the daily wick fill up. Now, gold did otherwise. Obviously, on a weekly point of view, what we can see is this weekly candle is bearish. Now, right now, broke the previous candle's low, but still around that vicinity. It's rejecting it right now. And the weekly candle, if it's flipping bullish, it only makes sense. There is a clear bottom, right? Now, if weekly candle is going to flip bullish, I think the wick on the left-hand side can be filled within this week or in the coming week. So that's what I'm waiting for. On a daily point of view now, if we look into candles price action from the bottom, this is the support area from which the price is rejecting from. Pretty hard. It's maintaining this price, I mean, with all its will, right? It's rejecting it, trying up. It's attempted breaking this level several times, and it's failed. Now, it only made sense for a price to move up if there was enough volume collected in the market. We started pushing up. We broke this support area. This was the most recent support area. We did some sort of retest on a daily point of view, but not a candle pullback. I think this is a proper deeper pullback before we could start continuing even higher. But on a daily point of view, what we can see is yesterday's daily candle closed bearish. This is a confident bearish candle that has engulfed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 candles on the left hand side. Now, this is something significant. Obviously, we want to be careful. A bias of buy would make sense if this is a potential liquidity grab before we are flying up. Now, for that, we want to see maybe a 4-hour strong. Now, on a 4-hour, we are seeing engulfing actions at the bottom. Is this now the real question we have to ask gold is being some sort of retracement up before pushing down heavy, continuing yesterday's momentum, or are we pushing up? Are we starting to push up on a weekly point of view? Are we doing a proper retest, proper pullback on our daily to grab liquidity, a whole bunch of liquidity, then start pushing up. Now, if we are pushing up, the push up has started already. Now, if my bias was a buy above 1957.40, I would want to wait for at least a 30-minute candle right now, right? Just like that. So if I wanted to sell, I think sells, clear sells are below 1941 flat on our 2-hour perspective. So clear low, so 19 flat. Okay, that makes sense. On an hourly point of view, let's go to hourly candle and see what's happening. On an hourly time frame, we do have clear targets on the downside. Now, there's no sign of resistance yet. Now, around, so if we break down today's price action, today's market, now this is where the market is sort of opened up. And today we started pushing down from Asian session, push down, not a lot of volume, but started pushing. Around London session, we just did a proper U-turn and we did some engulfing action here. Started pushing up ever since. London session has been bullish, bullish, bullish. Now we are coming closer to yesterday's after NYSE or late NYSE, late New York, sort of a price levels right now. Now we are above 1951.25. Right now, bias can be buy from around here too. On an hourly point of view, we broke above 1951.25. There's engulfing action. Ever since London, we are pushing up. I would love to see a retracement, a pullback before pushing up, if that's happening. From 1951 to 25, 1951.25 to 1957.40 in about 50 pips range, or from current price in about 36 pip range. Now, a clear bias, a clear buy will be above 1957.40 or even 50 to be more, I would say, safe on safer hands or safer side. Now, on our 30-minute, we broke above this resistance. We broke around, we broke the level 1951.25. The next candle retrace did a proper retracement. This is like a textbook retest here, and it started pushing up, feel the wick, and is moving up. There's some bumpy action right here, bumpy traffic on the left hand side, but we are pushing up nice and slow. Now let's hop into the 15-minute time frame to see what's happening. All right, on a 15-minute time frame, candles are closing dodgy. So is that a sign saying, hey, maybe there's not a lot of volume in the market? Candles closing with smaller body in relation to volume only tells us that the volume on the upside, towards the upside, might be dying. So if I'm waiting for a clear buy, I'm going to wait for buys above 1957.40. Buys above 1957.40. And I'm gonna wait for sales. Buy sells as long as price stays below 125. Now, one of the best trades for tonight would be, I think, will be once this 30-minute candle engulfs the previous 30-minute candle, returns back in the range, and then we start pushing down. I think that'll be nice, because if the candles are doing fake out on the top and the most recent momentum is bearish, more than likely we are going to push down, right? So I'm actually going to adjust the levels a little bit, looking at the 30-minute. This and 150, 150, 30, 150 there. Okay, 15-minute, something similar. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna say I think if the price stays below, if the candles stay below 1950.45, we could start pushing down. I'm actually just gonna do this, right? So this, just gonna do this. On a 30-minute time frame, I can clearly see price candles moving up. So patiently gonna wait. If buys are coming in, clear buys above 1957.40. If sales are coming in, clear sales are below 1941 flat. But if we are pushing down below 1950.45, I think waiting for at least a 30-minute candle is a good idea. All right, so here's what I want to do. Alrighty. Get your pound yen, Mr. Pound yen. Pound yen, a 4-hour candle, especially rejecting the bottom, rejecting the support. 2-hour candle, previous 2-hour candle closed bearish. This current 2-hour candle is retracing pretty heavy. 4-hour candle still bearish, even if it's rejecting the bottom. Now, the real question we have to ask this current 2-hour candle is this retracing only to grab a whole bunch of liquidity to start pushing down below? If it's going to push down below, I think I'm going to wait for at least a 15-minute candle to close below 166.825, because the way it's moving pretty aggressive, right? And it's rejecting 166.825 as if that was the support it was looking for before it could bounce off. Now, thing is key. This was the first half of the hour, and also we were getting closer to New York market open. A lot of people took sells here. I mean, idea didn't turn out right. Now, a better idea would have been waiting for at least the first half of the hourly candle to sort of retrace, because we anticipated. And if this is a retracement towards the upside, before only we could start pushing down, I mean, it's a good idea to wait. Waiting is important. I mean, if buys are coming in, um, more than likely after this 15-minute candle close, maybe above 167 would be a better idea. There is a 30 pips range. So waiting is key. Wait. So I'm just up with momentum. Guys, this is a very late momentum. It's pretty low. And if the idea, whole idea is, if we are retracing in the opposite direction before moving in the original direction, the original move is going to be hard. It's going to be full on, right? Okay, now on a 2-hour point of view, look at this 2-hour candle. It still has potential to go bearish. has rejected. Let's see. Let me. Okay, we can see the highs and lows here. Now the high is 167, 132, which is a good start. Starting to reject that level. We are in the first 18 minutes of the hourly candle. For a 15-minute candle close bullish, close with almost zero up. This current 15-minute candle, I mean, it's hanging around there, sort of indecisive. Let's see what's going to happen in the next 11 minutes. We're getting close. Are pushing down. I wanted to see this previous 15-minute candle sort of reject the top, so I haven't seen a clean 15. So maybe it's 30 minutes going to reject, is doing the deeper ripping in sort of action before pushing down. Patiently wait. Hourly time frame still bullish. 30-minute time frame starting to reject the top. 15-minute time frame, 15-minute candle, okay, also rejecting the top. On a 5-minute, I'm starting to see engulfing actions. Good. If we are starting to push down, we are 20 now at this time. Now, New York volume is going to kick in soon. I am patiently waiting. On an hourly point of view on gold, it is still bullish. On a 30-minute, candles are starting to close with speed towards the upside, so that is something to look to. 15-minute time frame candles are also closing kind of exhausted, right? So is there some sort of liquidity grab going to happen? On a 5-minute, otherwise, it's pretty clear it's made the support around 1950.45. We broke the resistance, holding that level still. We are still holding that level. 1 minute as well. I mean, we are still hanging around there, haven't broken below. So my bias for tonight is are pushing up. I want to take clear buys above 9. And I would love to take sales, but a clearer sales on a 30-minute to hourly point of view is below 1940. So patiently waiting. Secure. I was waiting for the coffee. Bum, 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 bum. On a 5 minute, there is a support on gold. 15 minute closing in the next 6 minutes. From hourly point of view, I mean, still bullish. There is a potential 1957.40 is going to be hit. 30-minute time from closing in the next 6 minutes. So yeah, it is interesting. I think waiting for 30-minute candle to close is pretty vital here. Vital. Vital. I'm just waiting here. Just wait and wait and wait. Are the 2 hour candles making more sense at this time? It's rejecting the top. We wanted to see a rejection around 167, 150. This is getting better and better as we're getting closer to market open. If the liquidity grab on the top is real, now the potential to move down is higher and higher, right? Now all the wicks, all the orders collected on the top can only push it lower. I would want to see if the current 30-minute candle could close bearish below 166,820. I think anything below 166,825 could be a proper idea, because that's the daily low, and potential daily low could be tested. It's just that on a 15, it's ranging pretty high from 166,825 to 166,150, right? So patiently waiting here. Waiting is now. Yep, just patiently waiting for another minute and a 10 on gold. I mean, we are pushing up, but I'm still waiting. All right, so the 30-minute previous 30-minute candle closed bullish with a wick on the top. On a 2-hour point of view, it's only making sense for the candle to reject the top and then start pushing down. The wick at the bottom could be filled if the momentum, if the way the price is moving in pound yen is bearish. Yeah, I mean, this is perfect, but I think waiting for a 30-minute candle to close is pretty important, because the bearish move is one of the most, is actually a recent move only. Now on a 15, it's starting to make sense. I might actually wait for a 15-minute at this time. We are getting closer to market open. We are only 29 minutes away from market open. Waiting for 15. Five-minute candle already rejecting the top. 1-minute candles are ripping down. Nice. Hourly candles looking pretty good, rejecting the top. So I would love to wait for another 15 minutes here. Actually, 13 minutes. That is pretty ideal here. Hourly candle closing in the next 27 minutes. On a 2-hour point of view, as we talked about, it is only making more sense down. Pound USD on the other side. On the other hand, it's pretty bullish. Stop breaking this 1307. I would even say 130800 sort of a level. If we stop breaking that level, there's a clear traffic on the left hand side. USD has been pretty strong recently. Pound USD has been rangy, but USD in an overall sense has been strong against yen, against pound USD, even been pretty strong. All right, now looking at gold 4-hour candle. This is actually really lovely. Now, this is only a retracement. If the momentum in gold is bearish, right? If the price stays below 19, I would say even 19, 54.15, if that's what price is doing, right? So if price is going to stay below these levels, more than likely yesterday's momentum can be followed along. Otherwise, I mean, yesterday's low impact news event caused this massive push down in gold. Yesterday there was a low impact news event. It pushed gold's prices down. But if that's not going to be corrected, and if the market's momentum is bearish after all, because we've been collecting and we've been ranging candles side by side from here to here, right? So basically, for how many days? Let's see, how many days? For 6 days, almost, I would say even 7, almost 7 days, we've been ranging side by side. And if we were collecting orders, that has to push price in some sort of direction, right? So if the momentum is bearish after all, we just need a rejection on the top, and sales are going to make so much sense. But for now, previous hourly candle obviously closed bullish, right? On an hourly point of view, we are pushing up. There is traffic on the left hand side, clear traffic. On a 30, 1954.15 has been a level it's been rejecting off of. Now on a 15-minute time frame, it's made this support. I wouldn't want to take a buy in this bumpy action, bumpy traffic on the left hand side. But on a 5-minute, we are printing candles side by side. So is this a sign for order collection to push it even higher, or is it actually starting to exhaust to push down, right? That's the real question. Now, if we are pushing down, I think a rejection around 150.45, a strong rejection at the bottom before pushing up will be a good idea. We are 25 minutes away from the market open. 25 minutes. Hourly candle starting to push up. 30 minutes starting to push up. 15 are looking pretty good. There's a support as well. 5-minute, we are starting to break resistance. Wow, this is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Wow, look at pound yen. Pound yen 2 hour is only making more sense to push lower now. Let's just wait for the 2 hour candle bearish flip. And also the hourly candle close now. That's important. Are 18 minutes away from market opening. 18 minutes. We are back again. Back to back. All right, so market opened up right here. Gold 4 hours still candle might retrace a little bit, and hourly candle, hourly point of view affected 1954.25 area. Previously broken support area. We are rejecting that vicinity. Now market opened here, but don't see a lot of volume. Volume cap's pretty high on gold and pound yen. Previous 30-minute candle doing something engulfing on the top. This is a clear rejection and engulfing action on the top. I just want to see if we are going to push down from here. Let's see. All right, so on gold, 5 minutes especially, we exhausted around 1994, 1954.25. Now that was one of the rejection areas. I just want to see if any of the 15-minute candle, or at least 5 minutes to start with, that's closing below 1950.40 for selling opportunity. Obviously, engulfing action has been seen on the top. Now rejections are also seen. I want to see at least a time frame. Go to close 1954.5. Then it's going to be 1 minute candle starting to reject the top. There's a resistance as well. We want to see, I want to see at least a 5 minute to close below 1950.45 to start with. Let's see what's going to happen here. Patient New York markets opened up. We are 6 minutes in the market. Gold could follow yesterday's momentum. Now, yesterday's price action was pretty bearish. We needed some sort of relief, some sort of rally, some sort of retracement, and retracement happened throughout the day. London session turned out to be a liquidity providing opportunity today. And right now we are proceeding below 1950.45. If any of the 30 or 15-minute candle could close below 1950.45, I think we're going to sustain move to our downside. Kind of waiting. 5-minute candles rejecting the top, feeling the wick at the bottom. It is starting to push down already. 1 minute's looking pretty good. Just need to break this 1950 flat sort of a level, and then we can start pushing down. So to see that. Beautiful. 1 minute's looking good. 5 minutes looking good. We are 7 minutes in the market. At this point in time, 7 minutes in the market are starting to drop, which is good. 15 minutes is looking pretty solid. 30 minutes looking pretty solid. Five minutes rejecting 1950.45. We need a close below 1950.45. Happen here. 1950.45. 15-minute candles about to close in the next 5 minutes. 5-minute candles are rejecting 1950.45 already. We are seeing that. We don't want to see a rejection if it's pushing down. We want to see a continuation at the bottom. So 1 minute candle starting to engulf again. Not a good sign for a bearish bias, but let's see what's going to happen. $15-minute also rejecting the bottom. Our 10 minutes in the market. 10 minutes. 15-minute candle closing in the next 3 minutes and 15 seconds. All right, so on YouTube, Jason Cray is saying, "Are you a student of Raja?" Yes, we actually traded alongside. Yeah, Raja has been my mentor for a long time, very long time. Got the same analysis and setup. Hey, that's good. I mean, Raja is a really good trader, so definitely it's good that if the analysis is same, I mean, amazing. Amazing. All right, so the 15-minute candle is going to close in the next 2 seconds. Oh, 15-minute candle closed below. Beautiful. This is actually looking amazing. I think the break of the 15-minute candle's low is going to be amazing at this point in time. If the 15-minute candle rejects the top, that's like a cherry on top of the pie, and we can start moving down even heavier. I would love to see this 15-minute candle make a top wick. If it's going to break the low, I mean, yeah, I'm going to enter. Let's see. Oh, beautiful. Beauty. Amazing. Wow. It is looking amazing. Wow, beautiful. Yeah, 10 pips in profit at this point in time. I'm going to secure something here. Secure something right here. Actually amazing. Wait, it's moving. Amazing. I secured a half already, and whenever I secure a half, I place my stop loss at break even. I don't really care if this is gonna fall down harder, cause it's given me my daily quota. You know, whatever. I'm happy, more than happy. In about 20 pips in profit right now. So securing another half right here. Another half with the help of magic keys. Dropping. I think I'm going to close everything here. Closing everything. 26 pips in profit. And that's how we call it a day. Just got to be quick. Just got to be really all right. Be okay with whatever the market gives you. It was actually pretty good. That was... Beautiful. If anybody managed to secure something out of that position, something out of that trade, I mean, this celebration is for you guys. Definitely for you guys. Good job. Gold retracement. That's why it's an important idea to secure at least something in the market. You know, gold gives you profit. 10 to 20 pips, it's almost like nothing in gold, but you just have to be able to secure. Just have to be able to secure. Ta-da! So we are 30 minutes, 33 minutes in the market at this point in time. Hourly candle engulfing a lot of candles on the left hand side. The momentum from yesterday, I think it's being carried on. And if it's being carried on, I think 1941 flat is the ultimate target for the day. And we can even break that if there's a lot of volume, because the volume cap in gold is pretty high tonight. And if we are in momentum, I think we're going to break 1940 flat. Now that's an optimistic target for me, but if we are pushing down, there might be one more rejection up in the top about 1950.45, or maybe even a resistance is needed before pushing down. So probably a 1 minute to start with. If there's high volume, 1 minute resistance, or even 5 minute resistance to start with, then we can start pushing down. I think below 1946.10 is another area we can start dropping from. I started to break 1946.10. Now at this point of time, 1941 flat is the target. Well, that was actually a good day. That was actually amazing gold sales day here. Amazing, amazing gold sales. Beautiful. From my original entry point, and also ran in about 52 pips. So managed to secure in about 20 pips. So 20 pips out of 50 pips is still pretty solid. How much percentage is it? I think it's in about, let's see, check. 20 pips out of 50. 40%. 40%, which is all right. So guys, I'm actually gonna call it a day because I think it's a wise idea. Call it a day. You know, once you're profitable, you just have to be the profit, secure the bag, and run out of there. Because probability dictates that for longer you stay in the market, there's a higher chance you will lose. the market. So even if you don't trade, it's going to entice you. If your psychology is a psychological aspect is not that strong or is not built up in a way that you will be enticed easily, it's a good idea to just close your terminal. That's what the boys in my group do. Just close the terminal. I mean, it was a beautiful day after all. So it's a good idea to call it a day once you're profitable, right? Now that was pretty good. I'm gonna see you guys next time. Obviously, if you enjoyed this stream, make sure you hit that thumbs up, and you can leave any beautiful comments to if you want to. I mean, if you want to, right? But it will be appreciated. Your love and support is always appreciated, and I look into every comment every time. I mean, and thank you for watching, thank you for being here. Another beautiful day, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day ahead, and I will see you tomorrow, Thursday. Thursday is gonna be amazing. Actually, no, Wednesday. Oh no, today is Wednesday, so tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow's gonna be nice. Tomorrow. Until then, you guys have a wonderful time. I will see you when I see you.